Where are we going?
Places.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe.
People.
Episode 105.
Welcome to Blasted Ashlet. As always, the 3 turd burglars are with us as well. We'll start with good old Drew. What's your quote?
All right, this movie is from 1991. You're not strong. You're silky boys. Silk comes from the butt of Chinese worms.
What the fuck, man? I have no clue.
How come? Oh, there it is. Jock-yo!
Butt of silky worms, eh?
Super
Yes,
Sons, eh?
silky boys.
Nope. Paul? You know it?
No idea.
Mike?
No idea.
Oh, you guys are hurting my feelings. Here, how about I'll throw another quote out there for you guys. Get down and give me infinity, you stupid, pathetic, craven little cretins. Dude, there's no way I can possibly do infinity push-ups. Well, maybe if he lets us do them girly style.
God, why does that sound so familiar?
In the army now.
No.
Major Pain.
No. Good shit. Major Pain's pretty good, though.
Piece of candy
All right.
in your pocket.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oh my god, dude. Paul, your quote.
Let's see here. My quote's from 1984. I think I've done this movie before. Character goes, "You think you're tough for eating beans every day? There's 500,000 scarecrows in Denver who'd give anything for one mouthful of what you got. They've been under siege for about 3 months. They live on rats and sawdust, bread, and sometimes on each other. At night, the pyres for the dead light up the sky. It's medieval."
Wow, that was a long one.
That's what she said.
I don't know that one either, man. You guys are coming out with some hard ones tonight.
Oh, come on. I know you've seen the movie.
I probably have. I'm preoccupied to make sure this freaking OSBS shit's rolling right.
What year was it?
84.
Nope.
And it was remade in like 2012, but I don't think it came out till like 2016.
Is that Evil Dead?
Nope. Any guesses, Mike?
I was gonna say The Punisher, but then no.
Bruce says Living Dead.
Pitcher.
Nope, it's Red Dawn.
Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Yeah,
I've never
seen
seen
that
the
numerous
original
times.
Red Dawn.
And Mike.
Inside the chat, we have Jason Smith. He said, "Sup." Jock-yo said, "Hey, guys." Bruce Zayas is here. What's up, fellas? Sean Bernier. Pocan Joe. I made it, motherfucker. Fuck. My quote is from 1986. The Defense Department regrets to inform you that your sons are dead because they were stupid.
Oh, God.
What year?
1986.
I know this one, and it's going to piss me off when you say what it is.
Is it Platoon?
It is not Platoon.
Is it a
Is it
military
Platoon
movie?
2 Electric Boogaloo?
It is Platoon 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Honey, I Shrunk
Honey-
the Kids.
No.
Was it Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 2?
Electric
No,
Boogaloo?
I just cheated, and I do hate myself.
What is it? Just say it.
Say it.
Top Gun.
Yeah, I've never seen Top Gun all the way through either.
Is it Top Gun? Mike's not talking.
It is Top Gun.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you.
I was thinking after I saw Ant-Man and Wasp, if the Wasp is having sex with somebody at normal size and she shrinks all the way down, never mind.
Yeah, it would pinch.
That's the same as Ant-Man going up Thanos' butt and getting both sides. Somebody had posted something like that.
What?
What?
What is your fascination with butt play there?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
No. Somebody
we're
posted something on the
talking
Facebook
about-
group about how Ant-Man could beat Thanos by going up his butt, then all of a sudden, boop, going full size and blowing him out. No? Never
Nice.
reading that? Never mind.
Now he's going up his
talking
butt and blowing him out.
We're talking about nice conventional sex, and there goes Dave right up Thanos' butt.
Yeah. So mine
And
is from this year and actually has no words in the quote at all, so that's why I got to watch. So it's and I can't even think about it.
What?
I shouldn't even do it. Came out this year. Has no words. It's all sign language. No, never mind. I screwed it up. I thought I was trying to be funny. Jacked it up. It was A Quiet Place. I watched it last night, so
I want to see that. Is it good? I want to see
it was
that.
pretty good. There's not a whole lot of dialogue to it, but it's not that bad of a movie. So,
So I'm going to sleep then.
I thought you must have watched something like Thick Thanos' Night Out or something.
no. Thanos Does Dallas.
Please, someone find a Thanos porn and post
I'm
it
sure
on the
there's one
Facebook
out there.
page.
At least it's a
Rule
big purple
42.
one. Okay, Drew, your first book. Let's get in these damn comics.
Before we do that, I'd like to give everybody in the chat a very happy Rusev Day. Happy Rusev Day, everyone.
Oh, the pay-per-view's on, ain't it?
It is. I'll be watching it later. Let's go ahead and start with Champions number 22. Yeah, it was just like last week. I was like, yeah, I like what's going on with Champions. Amadeus is getting a new look. Riri's getting new armor. Sam's got his own story to tell. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm really excited for that. Man, was I wrong. I did not enjoy this at all. Amadeus's new name is Braun. And you know what is exciting about that?
Nothing.
Nothing's exciting about it at all. Here's how they do it. He shows up. He says, hey, Amadeus, how you doing? He's like, oh, I'm Braun now. And they're like, okay, like that's a thing. It's just really dumb. This is a blast. Hopefully I can lose this off my pool list soon. I'm not enjoying this direction at all.
So is it because Hulk's kind of back now? Is that why he went to this new character, Braun?
It has a lot more to do with the fallout from the
Planet Hulk.
Planet Hulk 2, which was cool. I like the way that worked out. It's just really, really poorly shoehorned into this issue, and it's really dumb. and I cannot abide Champions this week.
The dude does not abide.
Yeah, the Drew does not abide for sure.
Anybody else read Champions this week?
No,
I
but
did.
fuck Marvel.
Uh-oh. Out that early.
Big shout out to Eddie, the comic guy who's in here now. SS Comic Reader, Double S. Who else? I saw somebody else. I guess not. Like in the news ticker, the news ticker, or the new. Oh, I see what.
No,
Nude
not the nude sticker.
I
know your brain went there.
It did. It did. I got pretty excited for nude stickers.
News ticker.
News ticker. I see it now. I read Champions.
Okay.
And I agree with you. I mean, Amadeus Cho just comes out saying, "Hey, fuck you, I'm Braun now." Riri does get some new. I think it's pretty cool looking, pretty badass. Sam's not Nova anymore. They fucking took his helmet and he's all butthurt. Vision is apparently dying, and the team actually heads to Africa, where they run into Man Thing. I like, like I said, Riri's new costume, but it's not enough to keep me reading. This was a blast for me. Also, you can see Riri's new armor right there. Yeah.
Okay, Paul, what's your first book for the night?
Let's do X-23 #1 since I just hammered Marvel. I went into this with no expectations and actually thought it was really, really cool. I mean, it has Honey Badger, so it's going to be good. But it was funny. The story was good. The art was good. I'm going to continue with it. I mean, I was just literally laughing out loud a couple times with Honey Badger. So definitely a stash for me.
Mike?
Yeah, this is actually my pick of the week. Honey Badger made the book. Laura and Honey Badger hang out with Beast in the book. There's some weird stuff going on with the Stepford Cuckoos. Like I said, Gabby shines as always. So it's actually my pick of the week. Stash it. Got the Scotty Young variant too somewhere over here. Because I had to. Right there.
I picked it up too. Actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I want to say it's my pick of the week. I'll definitely give it a few issues. This is stash up for the first part, just because of the twist at the end, talking about with the Stepford Cuckoos. But definitely a stash for me, and I think I'll please this first Dark Sun and go from there. So, what about you, Drew?
Yeah, I really dug it. I was kind of on the fence about this creative team switch up. Tamaki isn't really my favorite style of writer, but I like what she did here. She kind of kept the status quo of All New Wolverine, which was one of my favorite books coming out of All New, All Different Marvel, and just really stayed the course for the past couple of years, and it was really good stuff. I kind of don't get. They didn't really even address how she's X-23 again and not Wolverine anymore. But beyond that, I was very happy with it. I thought the art was stellar. Honey Badger, again, was on point. And it's a fun story that kind of delves more into Laura, but at the same time is exploring the greater X universe with the Stepford Cuckoos as well. I thought it was cool. Definitely not my pick of the week, but a step in the right direction for this character in this story.
Mike, what's your first book?
Big shout out to Area 51. He says, "Hey all, good evening." And that is it. My first book, I don't know if anyone else has read this or picked it up, and that's Little Girl #1.
I picked it up, but I didn't get a chance to read it yet.
It's pretty freaking good. What scares Grandpa the most? Fucking ghosts. What's worse than ghosts? Fucking little kid ghosts. This is a pretty good ghost story. It's about Abby May, is a little girl. She's a tortured spirit looking for the people who killed her. Not the best art in the world, but it kind of fits the story. And towards the end, you kind of feel for this ghost. Kat Wren was actually asking about this book, if she should pick it up, and I highly recommend it. I'm going to be getting issue #2, so it's a stash for me.
Jeez, I would have thought the thing that scared you most would be SVU cops.
That's high up on the list, but big shout out to Miss Hustle. She just hopped in here. She hustled her way on in here, maybe? No? No?
Nice try, Mike. Didn't work.
No.
Valiant effort.
My first book for the week. I'm not sure if anybody else picked up this one either. It was really on the end scene. I think wasn't Source Point Press one of the places that we saw in Dallas, Mike?
I believe so.
Rot and that. So I got picked up Morte. I guess that's how you pronounce it. So
What is that?
Morte. So there is.
It looks like Glenn did Danzig's hand there.
Does it?
Dave
Kevin
don't
Joseph
know who
D.A.
Glenn
Bishop,
Danzig is.
Reminds me of my mother.
Your mother. Your mother was a punk rocker. There is no dialogue throughout this whole book. Yeah, here it talks about rot at the end of this. So the whole story is this kid. We don't know what's going on. At the first of it, he is carrying around this cart with him, and he's going around picking up dead bodies. And he's like getting information, going to the next place, going to the next place. Then you realize at the end of the book what he's doing. He's getting families that have died and putting them back together and kind of putting them in a pose to where they seemed happy. And that's the whole story of the book. And at the end of that, he's moving on to the next family or whatever. So there's no dialogue other than him kind of going, I. And when he goes into this not nursing home, but into a nursery where the kids are. So it's not that bad a book. Quick read, of course, with no dialogue. But it's a stash. I kind of want to see what's going on, figure out how this happened, because there's no backstory at all to it. So definitely want to check that out. So it's a stash for me. I said, same people who did Rot, same people who did a few other books that we picked up in Dallas, too. So.
And I could highly recommend Rot. Rot was pretty good.
I haven't finished reading it. I still have the other issues, but I haven't got around to finish reading them.
God damn it, Dave. You had one job.
I know. I had one job. Barely can do that. Drew is up with his next book.
All right, let's talk about an independent book. Again, one that I really dug, Outpost Zero, #1. This is a really cool take on a coming-of-age tale. Again, you see some teenagers, some older teenagers getting ready to graduate and get job placement in a colony that is stuck on a hunk of ice floating through space. It's an outpost where they were basically they crash landed and they're trying to survive. It's really cool setting and really enjoyed the art and the story. And I highly recommend it. This is another Skybound book. Sean Kelly McKeever did the writing on this, and I thought that it was pretty neat. So I would definitely check it out if I were you guys. It's a stash.
I saw it in the previous guide, but I passed on it.
I picked it up and read like the first 2 pages, but then some stuff came up and I didn't get to finish it. But I do want to finish it. Looked good.
What about you, Mike? Did you read that this week?
No, sir.
No, sir. That's what I like to hear, sir. That's right. I control OBS.
I have to respect my elders.
No, you're older than me, man.
Oh, yeah.
I must be getting loaded with respect then.
Yeah, loaded with something.
Nobody fucking respects me.
You're the young end of the group.
I get away with throwing a temper tantrum because I'm the baby of the family.
Is that what it is? Paul, you're up with your next book.
Let's go with my pick of the week, and that was Oblivion Song. This just keeps getting fucking better and better. What made this one so freaking awesome is this guy keeps on talking about how he's saving these people, bringing them back, and people on the other side, they're like, "You're a freaking kidnapper, dude. You're stealing our people." That's a huge dynamic that I hope they explore more as this goes on, and it's just really opens up a lot of storylines. So it's like, it's been really good, but it just keeps getting better. Loved it.
Mike, you read that one this week?
I have not. I have it. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I picked it up as well. Yeah, he does finally meet his brother. His brother's kind of like, no, dude, I love it here. I have everything I wanted here. I was a screw up in the other dimension. Why would I want to go back? I have everything I need. And it does bring that interesting dynamic to it. You always think he's this good guy saving these people from this dimension, but the other people are like, "Dude, what are you doing? We're happy, we're good here. Why are you taking?" So I do like that dynamic of it. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster for me since it came out, but it definitely was. This was a good issue, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue to pick it up. And Drew's holding it up there. What do you think of that, Drew?
Yeah, man, this is a stash all day. My favorite part about this issue of Oblivion Song is finally I don't know what's going to happen next, so I'm right there with everybody else.
I was going to say, how far did it go into it when you read the preview?
No, it ends exactly where this ends. So it's a 5-issue arc, just the way Image does most of their trades. I absolutely loved it. Again, I like the way that it's broken down into single issues from the collected volume that I already have. I love the art. The characters are really giving you something to sink your teeth into without dragging too far, or at the same time giving you too much too soon. Yeah, this ends on a perfect note, and I want to know what happens in the next arc. I cannot wait to figure that out. That's a stash.
Okay. Mike, you're up with your next book.
Where the fuck are my books?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, right here. Let's do Farmhand number 1. I don't know if you guys grabbed that one.
I read it.
So basically, family goes to visit their family farm, a farm that grows body parts. We find out that the body parts look like they're turning people into zombies when they're attached. I love the art in this book. Scotty Young-ish, over-exaggerated greatness. I loved it. This is a stash. Stash it.
Now,
Farmville.
Farmville? Not Farmville.
You know you motherfuckers played Farmville.
I do not play Farmville.
You did, though.
Is this the same creative team behind Chew?
Yes.
Not the same team. The
same
Guillory did the art for Chew, and he does the art and writing on this book.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is my pick of the week, I think, here. It did have some cool aspects to it. A lot of stuff to look at in the background, especially like this big splash page right in the center of the book. But that one there, look at different body parts being grown. And you look at the clipboard that the scientist dude has there, and it says analysis, what the fuck, or WTF. I thought that was kind of funny. It has some great stuff in the background. Definitely an interesting read. People are trying to steal his technology, and he ends up capturing the kid and giving the kid a new arm from his farm. And so that's just kind of an interesting dynamic. Cool book. I know they were really promoting the hell out of this book as coming up. So it definitely stashed my pick of the week for sure. Going to be picking up issue 2. True.
Yeah, this is a blast.
Blast?
I like the art. It's kind of quirky and fun. Story lost me pretty much right away. I couldn't get into it. Maybe I need to reread it, but I don't know. I'm glad I picked it up. Hopefully it's one of those Image number 1s that shoots up in value, and I can flip this because I don't really give a shit about it. Wasn't really into Chew. This did nothing for me. If you like it, hey man, good on you. But I have no urge to pick up issue number 2.
I have an urge.
You always.
I'm sure you've got plenty of urges.
Big shout out to.
Well, I will say, if you didn't like Chew, you are definitely not the target market for this. So,
I never read Chew, and I didn't really care about it.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, if you like Chew, pick it up. I love Chew, and it definitely has that same feel. It's kind of insane, so that fits my wheelhouse.
Okay, that was your book, correct, Mike?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So I got to figure out what I'm doing here. Let's go over. I think Drew. Yeah, Drew was the other one that read this week. This was kind of a surprise release. Nobody really knew about it until the day before. And that's Die Die Die. I thought this was an interesting book. Another Kirkman book. I do like the dynamics in there. Like Drew and I were talking in the off air about there's a they're trying to kill. I think it's a senator. They're trying to kill. Like, well, he's a pedophile. We need to kill him, but we don't have proof that he's a pedophile. But so if we kill him, he's a hero. So we can't get him out that way. So we got to go after this guy who's protesting this train or whatever. But that guy's a good guy. Maybe they'll go after his mom's caretaker. Maybe that him to get him to pull off that. Those high dynamics of the butterfly effect, essentially, of what get the results they want for the end of the book. It definitely was a good book. There's a piggy guy at the end of it. I'm not going to give away why he's a piggy guy. If you read it, Drew looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Nah, it's just I liked Pig Nips last week a lot better than this Pig.
Yeah. Pig Nips were definitely better last week, but it's a stash for me. I'll pick up issue 2 and kind of see where it's going from here. I don't know if it's a limited edition run on it or if it's continued. So, but good book. What about you, Drew?
I picked up Die 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 as well. I had no idea it was coming out, just like everybody else. Saw the name Kirkman. Was like, oh, okay, kind of into that. Saw the name Gimple and thought to myself, oh, that's the guy who bled the Walking Dead TV show of all its ideas. This book for me is I'm not going to be making any friends with the Image faithful, but this is a blast. The art in this was fucking awful. It looked like some Valiant garbage. It looked like something that's at the counter at my LCS. And it's like, oh, this kid in high school drew this. You want to pick it up? The story was okay, kind of generic in my opinion, and the art was just awful. The colorist in this book, I don't know what they were doing. Color palette is really uninteresting, and the action in this book is barely well displayed, in my opinion. Didn't dig it at all. I have no need to pick up issue number 2 of Die Die Die. Sorry, last of it.
Wow. Okay. Paul, you haven't read it. Mike, you have a couple issues on the way. So.
Yep. If this book was hard to get for y'all, I know Dave early morning. I guess it was early morning on Wednesday. Said, "Hey, be on the lookout for this book."
Tuesday.
Was it Tuesday?
Yeah, because I went in Tuesday to my LCS. He said, "Hey, dude, check this out." So I took a picture of it and sent it to you guys. Yeah.
Gotcha. And I went to my comic shop and ordered 2 copies just in case my LCS didn't get any in, which was the case. So I'm glad I did grab a couple copies. They should be here any day now, probably tomorrow or Tuesday. I don't know if I shouted them out before, but Reviews from the Batcave Chad is in here. And I know Davis the Comic Find just popped in here. Die, die, die equals blast, blast, blast. So,
hey. Real quick, you were talking about books you weren't sure if you could get. Anybody else able to get their hands on the Walmart exclusive DC books?
I haven't even looked for them.
Oh, really? Paul, Mike?
Yeah.
No, I haven't even seen them. I've been in Walmart left and right, past 2 weeks. I haven't seen anything.
I would guarantee you that, because one of the Walmarts near me has a spot where all the old DC Direct stuff would be. I was told that that's where people are finding their books, these giant size these books, but the stores that I know around me still have all the old DC Direct stuff. So I'm sure all the stuff that was supposed to come out July 1st isn't going to come out until they sell some other stuff and make room on the shelf for it. Just because it's auto shipped to the Walmart doesn't mean that they're going to put it out on the floor and display it. So
yeah,
and they don't. They don't care about what previews guide says. Is coming out in their stores or from DC. They're just it's the same thing with toys. It's like Jurassic World already came out. Well, we have all these toys we never put out on the shelf, so we're going to put them out for Christmas. That's just the way it's going to go. So yeah, lots of reprints, and I haven't heard anything shocking or that interesting about the new stories that we're getting. So I'm not really in a hurry.
Okay. We have a couple of new people in chat there, Mike. You want to?
Yeah, we got C. Woodward 19, T.J. Watson,
What's up, Carson?
Uh-oh. Davis Comics finds, he said he got those. They're good. I guess he's talking about the Walmart crap. But Davis Comic finds says they're mostly reprints, but worth $5.
Is that it?
I'm done.
Oh, those JoJo's comics too.
JoJo's Comics from the
Yes.
Woman Cave in Vegas.
What?
Is that JoJo? Never mind.
JoJo Circus?
JoJo what?
You have kids that were born in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know what JoJo Circus is. Drew, you're up with your next book.
All right, time for the baby of the family to have his shit fit. Let's talk about Superman #1. Brian Michael Bendis gave us 6 wonderful, beautiful issues of Man of Steel to set us up for this new status quo. In this first issue, he forgets some of the stuff that he did during those 6 issues, namely destroying everything in the Fortress of Solitude. Oh, he builds a new one, and it's got a zoo in it already, but, you know, that just happens overnight. This book is absolute garbage. DC has changed their paper that they're printing on. This is the first book that we're getting that matte paper. It's not even shiny enough for me to wipe my ass with. The art in this is it's Ivan Reis. It's serviceable, but the writing is just not good at all. It's the wrong Justice League. Martian Manhunter acts in a way that he has never acted before. Superman blows him off to do some cartoony world saving in the middle of their conversation. It's just dumb. I don't like anything about this. Consider Superman dropped. This is the last you'll hear about Bendis's Superman from me.
Woo. Paul, you read Superman this week?
Nope. Because
Sorry. What? Sorry.
no, I just said I figured it was going to be bad.
Yeah, it was.
Golden Car Comics is in the house. I haven't seen him in a while.
Seen him in a while. What about you, Mike? Did you read Superman?
Yes, and it is my shit book of the week. What was it, Man of Steel that was just out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I read the first issue of that, dropped that. This book fucking sucks. Fuck DC. I guess the Fortress of Solitude's in the Bermuda Triangle now. The Earth is in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. Can we talk about the Phantom Zone for a second here?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, despite the fact that Superman Solar Flare destroyed everything that was in the Fortress of Solitude, in Man of Steel, Kara, Supergirl, gets the projector, Phantom Zone projector, which should have been destroyed. It was everything was destroyed. Oh, except for this thing that we conveniently needed in the next issue. Then she sends Ragglezar, or whatever his name is, to the Phantom Zone. All right. And then in this issue, Superman is exploring space, comes back to Earth, and then all of a sudden he's like, wait, we're in the Phantom Zone. Like, did I miss something? Or is this just really fucking bad?
I don't know. Did you miss something?
I don't think I did. I think it was just not good. I think that he forgot that in the beginning of this issue, Superman was exploring the universe away from Earth and would have noticed at that point that he was in the Phantom Zone.
I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry. I was busy doing something else here.
What were you doing?
You can't see me.
All right, Cena.
Hey, easy. I think the book was horrible. There were definitely some parts that I didn't like in it. I thought it was funny, the whole thing. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. And then run and go do something, come back. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Run and do something, come back. That'd be very tiring. But maybe you can explain to me, Drew, why was that not? You said it was not like Martian. Oh my God, Martian Manhunter. Like, what did he do that didn't seem like the norm for Martian Manhunter?
Well, in Justice League, which has been out for 3 issues now, we got all of No Justice to set that up. Martian Manhunter it was declared that he's the chairman of the Justice League. He is the leader of the Justice League, yet he comes to Superman, calls him Kal, not Kal-El, how he's always spoke to him. He has this wishy-washy inability to articulate what he means, which is not Martian Manhunter at all. And he begs Superman to be the leader that the world needs, which is something that they just discussed leadership in Justice League. And they all decided that Martian Manhunter should be the leader. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Superman has always been a bastion of hope, not the leader the people need. It's not right. Like, it's just something's off about every single character that he's writing in this book. And it's just the fact that he hasn't read Superman recently. He hasn't read the things that he needs to inform him of what the status quo was going into this. If he's going to change it, that's fine. You do what you can to change it. If I like the story, I don't like the story. That's neither here nor there from his perspective. He is trying to tell his own story. But the thing is, he's taking shortcuts, just making people. You read this book and you just, if you weren't reading any other DC books, this might work out just fine for you. But Hal Jordan is not on the Justice League, right? He's not on the Justice League right now. So that would be the same as saying that, Booster Gold is the leader of the Justice League in this book. Well, what does it matter? Because I don't care about anybody else's continuity. I'm just going to do what I want to do and get there as sloppily as I possibly can. It's hack writing, and it really, really pissed me off. So I'm done with it. But if you like it, you like it.
That was anticlimactic. If you like it, whatever. You like it, so. Who brought that one up?
I did.
You did. So Paul's up.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
You're a glutton for punishment. You had to get it off your chest.
I think I'm probably the only one who read it, but they came out with a final issue of Elsewhere. It was a great series that I think they gave them some closure by having this issue to tie everything up, because the first story arc ended with the last issue, and then it was a couple months. So they came out with this one. I wish the series had continued, but nice that they gave them some closure, something you don't often get with series that are ending. So it was good.
Big shout out to JLS Comics saying, "What's up, everyone?" Golden Car still waiting on that Detective 400.
Was somebody on the panel supposed to give it to him?
No, I pressed it for him, and then he got it signed, and he sent it off to CGC.
Oh, gotcha. So that it, Mike?
28. Just want to say, there's got 28 watching right now. It might be a little.
What? 28?
That's what
nice.
It's showing right now.
That's nice.
Did Alex end his auction or something?
It's my new OBS format. I think it's working. Is that what it is?
I've been in love with your format since day one.
Hey, keep my format out of your mouth. What's your
Put
next
my format in.
My next book?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do not detective. Suicide Squad, number 44. This is the final part of the Constriction storyline, guest starring Batman, who's been teaming up with Deadshot to save Deadshot's daughter from Cobra, not the G.I. Joe Cobra, the Cobra with a K, the Cult. Awesome storyline. Great Harley, Boomerang, and Captain Cold stuff in this. gotta have my squad. So this is a stash. Astral Games is in the house.
That's my LCS.
Welcome. Is it really?
Yeah.
Welcome, LCS. Can we get some free books?
Hey, that's my place to get free books. You get to get free books.
So yeah, you guys know I love the Suicide Squad. So
was that Suicide Squad with Batman on the cover?
Yeah, I just said fucking this is.
I wasn't paying attention to you. You know that. You know I don't.
He's only paying attention to his own format tonight.
I am. I like my own format. Thank you very much. Okay, my next book. I probably only want to read this one too. Rune World by Derek Loffman by Kaboom. This is one of 5, so it's a mini series. Picked it up very almost Scotty Young kind of art in there, the cartoony kind of art. About this fox and this pig, if that's what they are, whatever dimension they are. They look like a fox, but may not be a fox. They're going on a mission. The pig doesn't really want to be there. He's kind of a scaredy cat. But the fox ends up sending the pig in there, and he's going to steal the enchanted box, but he does not get the enchantment correct. Ends up waking the octopus monster up. It's kind of a fun little read. Not bad. I definitely probably pick up issue. Go ahead and finish the mini-series out. So, Rune World #1. It's a stash for me.
What's the name of the LCS? Maybe if I'm ever out that way, I would like to stop by.
It's Astral Games.
Astral Games.
Well, I don't. Maybe it was something else. You know what? I'm done. I'm gonna.
When you said Astral Games, I said, "Hey, that's my LCS." Wouldn't that give you the clue?
I'm done.
Oh, pardon me, Mr. Games. Your first name's Astral, is that correct?
Yeah. Your first name's the asshole.
Oh, we went there. True, you're up. Unless you read Rune World.
I did not read Rune World, but I did read The Amazing Spider-Man #1 by Nick Spencer, with beautiful art by Ryan Otley. Picked up the A cover here. Picked up the variant here. Got the Greg Land variant here. Beautiful stuff. Also picked up the Greg Land sketch variant here. And I can't remember who the hell did this one, but this one I think as well. Some good stuff. I loved this book. I thought it was great. Took Peter Parker back to where he belongs. Absolute rock bottom. Living with on a job, terrible roommates. One of them's a super villain, and all he wants to do is get back together with Mary Jane. I dug this. The art was beautiful. It's set up for him to have to re-earn all of his credentials that he unrightfully got from the Superior Spider-Man run. And I thought that this was enough fun going on, enough humor to really carry this book through. I like Nick Spencer's run on Superior Foes of Spider-Man. If that's something that you liked, this will probably be something that you like. I can't recommend it enough. This is my stash of the week. Spider-Man #1.
Paul?
I agree. I mean, the art was really good. There were a couple panels that I thought were a little wonky, but I mean, everybody has an off day. For the most part, it was really good. The story was amazing. Like Drew said, they broke. I think they've broken him down beyond where he's ever been, because he doesn't even have the bugle anymore. I mean, he's out there too, so he has nothing at this point. And I agree, he desperately wants to get with Mary Jane. So definitely will be neat to see where this goes. I'm a fan of Nick Spencer for everything except his Captain America run, and I loved Morning Glories because that was just a sick, twisted, screwed up series that was amazing. This guy can write, so I'm very interested to see where this goes. Big old stash.
I don't think we got a name on the new villain. Sweet Rabbit, formerly Nolan Nerd, popped in, asked about the name of the new villain. I don't think we got a name on the new villain. But
a Spider-Man who laughs.
Yeah,
that's what Jeremy said. Yes.
He's way cooler looking than the Batman who laughs. I'll be honest and say that out front. Not really a ripoff of Judge Death the way Batman who laugh was, but
it kind of reminds me of the one that's on the Arrow show too, with the rags that come out. I mean, it just kind of his look kind of had that going on.
I don't know. I kind of got a Hush vibe from him too, but just based on it looking like mummification. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I dug it. I thought it was a nice twist. But it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Is Mike willing to talk, or is he still upset?
No,
he's
I'm
mad
good.
at you. He's good. He's good with everybody else.
No, I'm good. I'm just fucking around. All jokes aside, Astro Games said I love the ending of this one, and so did I. Peter is back with MJ, so it seems great backup Mysterio story where you guys were talking about this new villain, and I don't think he has a name yet, but yeah, this is definite stash. The art's beautiful, and this panel right here did it for me. Where the fuck is it at? Ah, man. Right there, baby. Red on the head, baby.
Oh,
yeah. You're just wondering how long it's going to be before they start taking their private picks again.
Hopefully
strategically
not
placed webbing for the win.
Yep. So definite stash. Yes, Double S asked. So was Amazing Spider-Man #1 worth the $5.99? And I say yes. The pretty big book plus the backup Mysterio story.
Yeah. Beautiful book from cover to cover, jam-packed with content. You're looking at a $6 price tag. I paid $4 for Superman, and they gave me $1.50 paper and a tiny little book that sucked. I'd pay even more for this Amazing Spider-Man book.
You're used to being disappointed though, so
they put a $7.99 price tag on it. I'm still paying it. This was definitely my pick of the week. I dig it.
Now I was out of comics when Superior Spider-Man, was going.
I got let the dog out.
Okay, who let the dogs out?
Mike.
So when I got back into comics, all of a sudden, like, dude, Spider-Man owns a tech company. He's this. So I didn't know what was going on with Spider-Man until I started doing a little bit of research. And so I do like the fact that he's kind of going back to, like you said, to the roots of Spider-Man, to having nothing, to being that scrounging around trying to figure out what he's going to do next. I thought it was kind of weird, though, that Mysterio was wearing his helmet during his trial. I thought, well, dude, wouldn't they take that off? Or I don't know a whole lot about Mysterio. Maybe I'd kill him if he took it off. But the main villain kind of reminded me of Rat King from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if everybody remembers him.
Here we go.
So but it's a stash for me. I'll pick up issue 2 for sure. Not a fan of Nick Spencer. There was actually one guy when I went to pick up my books. He had Amazing Spider-Man in his stack. He pushed it offside. He said, "Nope, not getting it." And I said, "What?" He said, "I don't like Nick Spencer. Not getting it." Just kicked it off the side. So
Nick Spencer's fresh off the best Captain America run that ever existed. So
just pissed off.
Shut your whore mouth.
What's better? Name one better run than the Secret Empire run.
Lots.
The Winter Soldier run.
Nope. Wrong.
Totally revitalized the character. It was that dying character.
Wrong. Make him a Nazi. That revitalized the character.
No, it turned off 90% of the readers.
And it turned me on so hard.
Well, I understand. You get Nazi wood, so
that makes me sound kind of racist, honestly. I just like it. I just like bad guys.
You just want to get a little more comments down below in the messages. That's all you want.
You're just mad I got my own fan club.
that's not it at all. Oh.
Drew's got a fan club now?
Yeah, Drew does.
Yeah, there's only one member.
Yeah, I was just going to say population 1.
I'm not even in it. That's
Drew got you. So who's up? I thought Drew brought Spider-Man up, so I think it's Paul's turn now, correct?
Actually, Spider-Man was the last book I've read this week.
Oh, okay. So moving on to Mike.
We're still on Spider-Man, so we haven't moved on to another book.
Your next book, yes, sir.
Sideways, number 6.
Think of Spider-Man.
What'd you say?
I said, thinking of Spider-Man, there's Sideways.
And yeah, people do compare Sideways to Spider-Man, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. In this one, the big thing is Sideways' mom finds out about his secret identity, and then she is fucking killed. So, color me intrigued. I'm gonna keep picking it up. So yeah, quick little review. So, stashing Sideways.
You best read Sideways this week?
No,
but that's a pretty cool looking cover.
Yeah, I've officially declared the DC new universe of heroes to be dead. There's not one book amongst all of it worth reading. If you like Sideways, good for you.
I don't think I pick up any of the new DC stuff at all anymore. I think I picked up Sideways to issue like 4 or 5, but that was it.
Well, Paul likes Silencer. Grandpa likes Sideways and Damage.
what's the one with Mr. Terrific on it?
The Terrifics. It's not terrific at all. It's like the opposite.
I like that one.
Horrible.
I think they need to change his name to Mr. Mediocre because that's what his book is.
I think I missed the past couple issues of Silencer, but that was good. Anyway.
Moving on. My next book is by Aftershock Comics, Zach Thompson, Andy Clark, and this is Relay number 1. Kind of remind me of Total Recall, only because of the self-driving cab, and it has that dude looks like the guy from Total Recall on there.
With 3 boobs?
No, I didn't see 3
boobs.
boobs.
Yeah, the guy with 3 boobs.
I would have stashed the book with
or the
3
girl.
boobs.
Girl with 3 boobs.
No boobs at all. No boobage.
Blast.
That guy with 3 man tits.
So it's about this couple of, they're like police officers, I guess is what they are, and they're out there. People are protesting, saying Donaldson lives, and these guys have to kind of go out and stop these protesters because they think they're spouting propaganda, and they end up going off to another planet to help trying to figure this stuff out. But everything's controlled. Hardly any free speech allowed. But I think one of the officers is going to realize maybe that he's been in the wrong this entire time. But I don't know. It just does not get it. It doesn't work for me. Art's not too bad, but it's definitely not my book. I think there are a few Aftershock books I like, but this is not going to be one of them, unfortunately. So, not for me. Anybody else read Relay this week?
Nope.
No, didn't give it a shot.
Didn't give it a shot. Go ahead, Drew.
I picked up a couple more books this week. I picked up Adamantium Agenda number 3. Now, last week I said that all of these Hunt for Wolverine books were garbage. I was wrong. This one's actually a lot of fun. Still not getting a lot of what's going on here, but we get some great Mr. Sinister stuff. Get X-23 cutting off his hands a couple of times. It's pretty cool. I dig it. Again, I don't think it's really going anywhere, but the art's solid. The characters are well written, and it's a stash. I'm going to hold on to this one.
Okay, anybody else read that book this week?
No.
Okay. Gonna skip past Paul since he's done reading books. Mike, your next book.
That's right.
Real quick review of Titans 23. I figured with this new team everyone's been talking about, I jump on and see what it's all about. I did not care for it. I guess we got Steel on the team now. Beast Boy, I think his name is. Miss Martian. This really didn't do anything for me, so I'm going to stop it right here. I thought, what happened to the guy, the black guy, the Steel? Remember? You know what I'm talking about?
That's her dad, I think, isn't it?
It's her grandfather, I believe.
Oh, is it?
I don't know, because I was not familiar with that chick. Yeah, so I did not care for this book. Donna Troy is pretty cool in it, but other than that, go fuck yourself.
My last book that I read this week, I have a few others here in the stack that I'll kind of go over, was Metaphase #1 by Alternate Comics, the Spider-Man 300 cover swipe. So this story is about this kid here. He has Down syndrome, and his dad's a superhero, and he wants to become a superhero too. But his dad tells him, unfortunately, you can't. You're not capable of it. Come to find out, there's this guy. He's making this formula to make every person a metahuman. But this guy, it looks like Baxter Stockman, kind of attacks Excelsior City or something. Is that what it is? Did you read it, Mike?
No, I haven't read it yet.
But the main character, the superhero, cannot defeat him, but the guy ends up running away. So people think that this superhero is no longer capable of providing safety to the city. Therefore, everybody needs to have metahuman powers. Come to find out that the guy who's providing metahuman powers is the same guy that sent out this Baxter Stockman-looking dude to attack the city. So there's a twist there at the end. I'm assuming that it's only 2 issues. This is one in a 2-issue limited series. So the kid has yet to go get superpowers. That's his plan. He wants to go get superpowers. But I'm assuming, this is my theory in the book, is that they're going to come to find out he doesn't need superheroes powers to save the day. He's going to save the day the way he is. That's my.
I'm tearing up over here.
Are you? Yeah.
You don't
need superpowers to do that. You can do it all on your own, kid.
I think I'm getting a case of the squirts.
What else you read, Squirty Drew?
I read Coda #3. This is Simon Spurrier doing a fantastic post-fantasy kind of apocalyptic world. Real interesting art. I'm going to stash it and keep holding on to this. Definitely recommend you guys pick it up.
Okay.
Any other books? I got one left.
Yeah, go ahead. Have at it.
Through it. All right. X-Men Blue. This is number 31. The last time I read an X-Men book, that's what I said. I said X-Men Blue. And then I read another X-Men book, and I was like, X-Men Blue, even though that was Astonishing X-Men. But this book was actually really, really good. The X-Men team is back from outer space, and they come to protect Emma Frost from Magneto because he's going to be a badass. And I really, really dug it. The art was on point. Bun is back in rare form telling this story, and they lost me for a little while there with the Poison X bullshit and the new team. But I think that this coming back together of the original X-Men was pretty damn cool. I dig it.
Mike, how about you? Any other books this week you read or didn't get a chance to read yet?
Just quickly, Pocan Joe said it came out on a Wednesday, was a dumpster fire book. Kill it with fire. Pray for the poor souls that were bamboozled into buying this horrible joke on humanity. For shame. So
I'm assuming Joe bought it.
With that being
he
said,
also bought the free book.
I bought it, but I haven't read it yet. So, but I did read Detective Comics 984. which was pretty awesome. So stash that. And Old Man Logan, number 43. The chick who wrote Kingpin's biography gets killed by Bullseye, and Wolverine teams up with this. I don't know if she's new, named Vendetta. Teams up with her and goes after Bullseye. That was a stash as well. Like I said, I haven't read. It came out on Wednesday yet. I haven't read X-Men Blue, Metaphase, Oblivion Song, Plastic Man number 2. I haven't read yet.
If you were Plastic Man, you'd never leave the couch, Mike.
Shit. I never leave the couch now. You're lucky I made the show tonight. And also, last but not least, Punisher 227. So
that's a pretty sweet cover.
Sweet covers.
Okay, so the books I have not read this week. It came out on a Wednesday, yes. But dude, it's only $2. So if it's a shit book, it's a shit book, and you always waste spending $2 on it. Not that bad. Number 3 of this book, Mike. What's it called?
What? Where? What?
I like giving Mike a hard time about that.
The Roman numeral 3017.
Yeah, 3017. And number 3. I picked up this. I have not been reading Detective Comics, but I'm still picking them up. And then
It's gotten better.
Has it?
It's yeah.
And then the last book is by Scout Comics, Stabbity Bunny, number 6. So those are the books that I haven't read this week. So I think that's it. That's all. Unless you have books you haven't read, Drew?
No, I got books I haven't read, but I left them upstairs.
Okay. So I guess we're going to go ahead and move into something.
Shut your fucking mouth!
God dang, dude. Were you doing it on purpose?
Yes.
Okay. As long as you're doing it on purpose, I guess that's okay.
Alright. I guess I was supposed to fucking take some notes, but I had Korean barbecue instead. No, I got notes right here.
Korean notes.
Korean
They're all in
notes.
Korean. And they're delicious.
So if you're, let's see, a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, GameStop is getting a metallic Sonic the Hedgehog with a T-shirt. So with a T-shirt, Christopher Robin, that movie that's coming out about Winnie the Pooh and whatever, who gives a fuck? They're getting 4. We're getting 4 Funko Pop. Well, actually, 4, 5, 4. Of course, we're getting Winnie the Pooh, Tigger. A flocked Winnie the Pooh, which is going to be a box lunch exclusive, and Eeyore. Nightmare Before Christmas, Snowman Jack, and a new Sally variant. Paulie Biggie said yes to the secret what? Doctor Who fans, the 13th Doctor Pop will release first at SDCC with 1,300 pieces. You'll get a wider release later on. Fans of the Friends, the Wave 2 is getting an August. We're going to have an August release. They look pretty badass. Monica with the turkey on her head. Joey wearing all of Chandler's clothes. Tailspins are coming out late July. New Power Rangers wave comes out in August. We're going to get all the Rangers unmasked. Pudgy Pig and Pumpkin Rapper will be a GameStop exclusives. Getting Rita, Goldar, Lord Zed, and Rita and Lord Zed 2-pack. 2 Megazords. One of them will be glow in the dark. A White Tiger Zord will be a Hot Topic exclusive. And the Dyna Ultra Zord 10 inches, of course, will be a Target Target exclusive. So we'll never get that one. Speaking of Target, the big news is the fucking Pikachu Pop. Those things are gonna fly off the shelves. Hopefully they mass produce them for all you Pokemon fans. And later this year, we'll get a 10-inch Pikachu. Ant-Man and the Wasp, we're getting Janet Van Dyne unmasked. She's going to be a Target exclusive. We're getting some Hocus Pocus exclusives from spiritofhalloween.com. You can pre-order those right now. Felix the Cat Pops are on the way. One of the Universal Monsters, the Invisible Man, is coming. He's going to have a clear chase variant. The 10-year anniversary of Marvel Studios, we're getting a whole bunch of Gold Chrome releases: Iron Man, Loki, Captain America, Groot, Hulk, Black Widow, Thor, Gamora, Black Panther, Ant-Man, and I think Jesus Christ, what's his name? What's the leader of the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy? Star-Lord. Holy shit.
Dude, you need help.
I do need help. Couple rumors, more Princess Bride pops are coming, including I can't think of the Andre the Giant's character's name right now.
Fezzik.
Yes.
Is it going to be a bigger pop?
Anybody with a peanut?
What?
Yeah, is he going to be like a 10-inch pop or a 8-inch pop?
You wish he was going to be 10 inches. And
That's
some
a
more.
lot of Fezzik.
Pop.comic says she needs the 10-inch Pikachu pop. I like Pikachu. Did I ever tell you the story about my dog's Pikachu tail?
No. I don't think it's appropriate for an on-air either.
I guess when he was born, he came out of the vagina with a broken tail, so he's kind of got a zigzag tail right now. So never mind.
Okay. My kids say he has a Pikachu penis. He tried to put it in one time and he missed.
Well, and he couldn't get through without saying vagina. He had to say, instead of when he was born, then when he came out of the vagina.
Well, we know where he came out of. You don't have to give us that information.
Unless there's something you ain't telling us.
I mean, it's not an episode of Blaster Stash. We don't talk about dog coos.
No, but we'll talk about peanut butter.
There was this one time.
I will tell you, when you were drunk and passed out, we did tell Pocan Joe he had to go get pictures of Kylo teabagging you while you were passed out. And he said he'd get right on it.
He has them pictures.
Oh, Facebook.
Oh, then he's holding out on us.
Speaking of Pocan Joe, we're going to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I heard
better bring the bulletproof vest.
Reviews from the Batcave said something about maybe making it down to Harm City as well. That makes me happy. Everybody needs to come to Blasticon East, aka Baltimore Comic Con. Get on a train. We're a metro hub. You can get here.
But I'm gonna call Rose City Comic Con BlastCon West. If you're gonna call it BlastCon East.
I already did that, so go ahead.
So I'm gonna
go ahead. Stir my Kool-Aid with your dick and see how it tastes.
I'm gonna call Wizard World Chicago Blaster Stash at Con Center of the Universe.
I want to go to that one too next year.
I want to go to that one and C2E2 next year.
Yeah, I think next year might be a C2E2 trip for me.
Maybe.
Or whatever.
Okay, Mike.
Oh,
anything else?
Yeah. No, I didn't get no Funkos, no toys this week.
Anybody else get any toys or anything this week?
No, I'm still on my post Toys R Us meltdown.
True.
Yeah, no, I'm going away, hanging out with my kid at the beach for a little while this week, so I spent as little as possible.
Virginia Beach?
No, Maryland Beach.
Okay, so that's it, Mike?
That is it. Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, so a couple other, if you want to call it housekeeping items or whatever you want to do. I did post it on the Facebook page that we were starting a Patreon. This is what we're doing. So this is the first book that we're going to give away. This is the G.I. Joe 252, with the cover by Warren Liu. So if you want internet contest, you just there's 3 different tiers: $1, $2, $3, and that puts you in that contest to win that book. So if you want to do that, and that's what we're planning on doing, is just if whatever money we earn from these, they'll go right back into prizes and do something like this hopefully every month. This is a KRS exclusive book. So if you're interested in that, the link to the description to Patreon is down below. And right now, since nobody else has pledged anything, you could get this book for $1 right now. Then we'll get sent out in Mylar. So definitely go check that out.
I'm going to donate some money.
You can't do it. Blasted Assassin guys aren't allowed there. Spanky McGee. So I want to bring up this too. I just saw this. It popped up into my feed as I'm sitting here. Somebody made a fan poster of John Krasinski. What the hell's wrong with me? John Krasinski.
You want a list or the short version?
John Krasniak?
John Krasinski. Okay. Kind of petition him to be Mr. Fantastic. What do you think? I think he'd be kind of a cool Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, I dig that.
He was wanting his wife to play Sue Storm, Emily Blunt.
I'm down with that too.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah,
she's hot as stir-fried balls.
Yeah, I think that'd be kind of a cool thing to do. What the hell did that come from?
It came from my mouth.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it did come from your mouth.
Now, with sriracha or without?
I mean, you gotta have sauce, baby. Dip them in the sauce.
I thought there was something else that popped up in the news feed that I saved. Let me double check.
I think something popped up as soon as you said Emily Blunt.
Yeah, I think so too. Chad wants to know, would it be media mail? No, I would not send it media mail. It would be first class. Professionally packaged first class. So you have until end of July to get the Patreon in for that. Then we'll announce the winner on that, the first episode in August. And then we'll hopefully get enough people to participate in that, and then get the next book up soon. I think it's a pretty badass cover.
I love it. I love it a lot.
Yeah, very Art Germ-esque kind of cover.
Speaking about winners.
Winners?
Winners?
There's no winners here.
There are a few winners here.
Yeah.
Who won the Would You Rather contest?
Don't. You don't get to do that to me.
Big shout out to Pocan Joe, Sean Bernier, 64-page special, and Lindsay's Geeked Out Knickknacks. We have everybody's address, and we will be getting those packages out shortly.
64-page special will probably be waiting the longest because he's in Canada, and it's like they do it on horseback, I think.
Fucking
I like
reindeer.
doing it on horseback.
And you mentioned it very Art Germ-esque. I do have the Art Germ Baroness cover.
I figured you did.
It's all sticky though.
No, it's in plastic, so I can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. Wipes off.
I saw. What?
Teflon coated Mylar.
Dude,
no, CGC.
We're delving into the dark corners of Blasted or Stash It now.
There are light corners.
They are.
Come on.
The white corners are at my house.
Baroness is hot.
Yeah, I really dig that cover. So, dude,
I do like it.
If you want it, better hurry up and besides the people on our panel, they don't get to get in on that. But
Plus, since here I show my geekdom, she's holding a Dragunov SVD sniper rifle too.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah, it's got gun parts and it shoots bullets. I bet.
Didn't everybody see
I know things.
Ant-Man yet?
Yes, everybody saw Ant-Man. What did everybody think of Ant-Man and the Wasp? I don't think they did. Paul, you see it yet?
Yeah, I watched it yesterday.
What'd you think of it?
It was good. I mean, I'll tell you what, Michelle Pfeiffer's still hot.
It's amazing what they can do to make them people look young on there, huh?
I think she still looks good for her age, though.
Anybody else have anything to say about Ant-Man and Wasp? Mike, how about you?
Yeah, it did its job. It should have been called just a Wasp and Family, though. I think
Yeah,
it's definitely more of a Wasp movie.
It's definitely more of a Wasp movie.
But I enjoyed it. I liked the mid-credit scene. I cried again. For those of you who did not see it, there's an end credit scene and a mid-credit scene. So,
plus it has a Stan Lee drug reference.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the better cameos recently.
Yeah, I mean, considering that he's, not doing too well, it was great. I mean,
he's officially the last one left. He lost Dick in it. So.
Yeah, I think they need to have him just like film for every movie planned like now.
I think they've done a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean the Ant-Man movies just in general have kind of been the lighthearted fare that they tend to throw out after one of these really heavy movies. I mean, we just had, Infinity War or whatever, and it's just kind of lightens the mood a little bit. They use Guardians of the Galaxy for that too. It seems like those always come out after the heavy ones. Whereas if you DC, they just make everything dark.
Yeah. I think it's nice to have.
But you make it dark enough, you don't have to look at it.
What? You look at what?
The DC movies.
Oh. Do you think? I was thinking this the other day. Do you think Justice League as well as Batman v Superman would have been better with the guy who played last Batman, frickin'
Christian Bale.
Affleck?
Christian Bale. Do you think?
No, I don't think the casting has anything to do with what's wrong with that movie.
You don't think so? I mean, it has a totally different tone, though.
I think that Affleck was terrible at phoning it in Justice League. I think that's because of how turned off he was by the entire experience of making Batman v Superman and having Zack Snyder's, masturbatory need to make Superman a douche and Batman a murderer made Affleck sad because he had to hear everybody be like, well, why is this the way it is? And he's just like, I just wanted to be Batman. And then he didn't want to be Batman anymore. But they paid him a lot of money to do it, so he did it again.
The best part of that Batman vs Superman was that fight scene in the building, though.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There are definitely good parts to that movie. There are good parts to Justice League. I mean,
there's good parts to all the DC movies.
Well,
the problem is they keep trying to chase
that far.
They keep trying to chase
Squad doesn't have any good parts.
Harley Quinn's parts.
Harley Quinn.
Well, can you mute it?
Although she looked better naked on a pile of money.
Doesn't everyone?
No, Mike would not look better naked on a pile of money.
Wait. Mike naked or Mike naked on a pile of money?
Well, of course, Mike naked on a pile of money is going to be better naked.
Yes.
Right.
Especially if the money is conveniently placed. You only need like one bill.
Where you put it. As long as it's money.
All you need is a quarter and 2 nickels, and I'm done.
Okay. Moving on from that. So it's been officially, I think, slated for September's the film start. Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. What do you think about Joaquin Phoenix playing Joker? I mean, it's supposed to be not continuity, not connected to anything else in the DCEU. Do you think he has? I don't know if you call it chops or whatever. 'Cause, I mean, he's a pretty good actor. He's a pretty good method actor. It just seems a little. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be a good fit for playing the Joker.
One, he's a great actor. Two, he's not Jared Leto.
That's a big thing. Yeah, I believe so too.
Jared Leto set the bar pretty fucking low, and I don't think he's going to go that low.
I think Joaquin Phoenix is just up his own ass as much as Jared Leto is.
But he's going to turn into a pimp.
That was the director's choice. It wasn't, and it was the script. It wasn't. Jared Leto didn't write that movie.
That's not what I've heard. I heard he was given pretty much free reign to do what he wanted with the character.
Well, that explains why that entire movie sucks donkey balls. I'm pretty sure they gave Adewale Akimbo Ajimbe, or whatever his name is, the opportunity to say that he was a giant lizard who wanted BET in his cell. So was that his line? Because that was fucking stupid too.
That was the director. I'm just saying Jared Leto in particular was.
I don't know. I think that Suicide Squad was terrible. Jared Leto's Joker was not good, but at least he did something and took a chance. I thought that the production design of it was the worst thing about it. I didn't think the performance was that terrible. I think it just looked stupid. That I can't speak to. All I will say about a Joaquin Phoenix standalone Joker movie, apparently directed by Martin Scorsese. Is this ever going to happen? Like, is this really going to? Are they going to write this movie? Because apparently there's no script. Are they going to, put out some sort of production design stills or something? Because they've done none of that yet. All they've done is basically said, well, yeah, we want this name to play this character. And my biggest question is why? Why? Who thinks this is a good idea? Who thinks that a Joker origin movie is a good idea? Who thinks that recasting the role for the 30th time in the last 10 years
you're
is
asking
a good idea?
Why anybody on the DC movie side of things thinks anything's a good idea?
Exactly. That's my point. Is nobody over there knows what they're doing. I think that honestly, their best chance at success right now is Shazam.
Shazam.
Just because it looks ridiculous enough that it might be fun.
They're totally gonna ride Wonder Woman 2.
Wonder Woman 1 was not good. I will fight anybody in the street who has anything to say about it.
You live in Baltimore. You fight anybody on the street anyway.
That's true. I don't want to fight them. I have to fight them. If I want to keep my Nikes. I want to keep my Nikes. I gotta fight.
So since we talked about the whole Joaquin Phoenix thing, let's segue. Jared Leto as Morbius.
Again, why?
No.
I'm getting a Venom movie that's going to be terrible. Why do we need a Morbius movie?
I read
who's clamoring for it?
I read a great article, I think yesterday, so I didn't bring it up on the show I did Friday. But they said, why would you announce this before Venom comes out? Because if Venom tanks, this whole thing is going to tank of doing the Spider-Man villains. You want to do this after Venom comes out and makes $1 billion fucking dollars, and then you're like, oh, we're doing Morbius too.
If Venom makes $1 billion, I will buy a hat specifically to eat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a hat, but I mean, if it really, really tanks, Morbius is not going to get off the ground.
Yeah, I think that there's not enough Spider-Man in these Spider-Man properties. Was it Silver and Black, the Silver Sable, Black Cat script that's been bopping around for the last 10 years that nobody gives a shit about? Like, what is Sony doing? They're trying to make some money where they're currently not making money, and making one of these films to make money is not the way to do it. You can tell that Marvel Studios, they're making a butt ton of cash, but Kevin Feige wants these stories to be told. He wants to expand the universe that he plays in to give himself the opportunity to tell more of these stories. That's his end game. He's got plenty of fucking money. Disney's got plenty of money. They're not doing these as quick cash grabs. They're well measured responses to fan interaction. They want to build a world that will, in the end, farm them money, but at the same time, it's all well measured and put together. And I think that everybody else they're just even with Star Wars, they kind of got into a cash grab mode. Just hey, let's grab a director, let's slap another fucking movie out there. Who cares if it shits in the face of everything we've done before? Let's just go ahead and get some money. And I think that that's what Venom is. That's what Silver Sable is. That's what Morbius is. That's what talking about doing a Fourth World movie or the Omega Men or whatever DC's talking about doing a Joker movie, a standalone Joker. It's just you're trying. They're reaching for something that they have absolutely no idea, even if they grab it, what they're going to do with it.
So here's a question that just popped into my head. Marvel gets the rights to do all of their characters, everything. What world-spanning, Marvel Universe-spanning story should they tell?
You could do Ultimatum.
I mean, just because it was the first and it really did it. First Secret Wars.
I was going to say Secret Wars.
I think you can do something in the vein of Secret Wars. It would have to be significantly different. Because that story doesn't hold up at all. I think something like Ultimatum, where you're putting everybody against each other in the kind of the backdrop of the Ultimate Universe, which is basically the basis for most of the MCU. I think there's a lot you can do there with the Fantastic Four, a lot you can do there with the X-Men and the Ultimates, the Avengers team, where there's
but then you're going to have Blob bite off Wasp's head.
Well, you don't necessarily have to do that scene, but I fucking would.
Did you? They're talking about Silk in the chat, and I just thought of Spider-Gwen's coming to the mainstream Marvel Earth 616 or whatever, and they're going to name her Ghost Spider. Did you guys see that?
No.
What's going on?
Spider-Gwen, she's coming to Earth 616 in her new book, and she's going to be called Ghost Spider.
Now, are they doing a redesign on the character?
As far as I know, no.
Oh, good, because it's the best thing about Spider-Gwen is her costume.
I do not like that Ghost Spider name, but it is what it is. Ghost Pepper Spider.
She's a spicy meatball.
Any other news we want to talk about tonight? Nothing? Going once? Going twice? Sold? We still have 19 watching, that's pretty dang good. Most time, we'll have about maybe 18, maybe a little less. We had to clear up to 28 tonight, Mike?
Yeah, I saw 28 at one point.
That's awesome. And not even doing a giveaway or anything. Which is great. So I guess we'll do any last minute shout outs to anybody. Drew, start with you.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Astral Games, your LCS, for coming through and stimulating some conversation. Pocan Joe's still hanging out there. Jason Smith, Comics with Bueller popped in. Good to see him there. Nolan Nerd as well, coming through, supporting. A lot of great people stopped through tonight. We had some good time talking about how terrible Superman is and how great Spider-Man is, and I really enjoyed that. Oh, I mean, didn't you have a great time watching me have a great time? I think it was a great time overall. Go support our Patreon. I need some walking around money.
Hey, it's not for you walking around money. You could be giving people the wrong idea and nobody's going to support it.
Someone got to be tipping these hoes with something. So
What are you in Dundalk?
Yeah, can we get can I get like pennies on Patreon? I'm not gonna make it rain, but I will make it hail.
Get some Canadian coins.
Yeah, so get on there and again get the chance to pick up that Sweet Baroness cover. Definitely do that. And that's about it.
Paul?
As always, thank everybody in the chat. Astral Games for showing up. You gave Dave a home, and somebody had to. My buddies Rich and Chad, Comics with Bueller, Carson, and just everybody who showed up after Alex finished his auction, and support the Patreon, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Mike.
Yeah, shout out to Comics with Bueller. I think he was one of the last ones in here, coming in late. Shout out to our Korean waitress for keeping us fed tonight.
What was her name?
I do not know.
Was she as hot as Claudia?
No, she
Claudia.
was definitely...
Claudia's still coming up. Dude, it's been...
Claudia comes up quite frequently in my house.
I bet she does. I bet you close your eyes.
Something comes up when Claudia comes up.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Shout out.
Look, Paula, you weren't there for Claudia. You don't get it, man. You don't get it.
I was there and I don't get it.
as I was too. So
if the chicks want the tips, they'll be hot. So
maybe you should invite Claudia to Baltimore Comic-Con.
I had to constantly tell Drew to rub my butt and call me
Claudia. If I had Claudia's number, I'd have a restraining order already.
Plus, Drew, he's the one who's not married, so he's like a dog after,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like what? Like a dog after what? Finish it.
I'm trying to read what Sweet Rabbit wrote. I like this channel and videos. As long as you're getting your socks blown, I'm cool with it.
Who's blowing socks?
I have no clue. That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm throwing out to you guys. I don't understand what you're talking about.
I mean, where's some deviant motherfuckers, and I still don't know about getting socks blown.
That's the thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Claudia blows my socks off.
Mike, do you have any shout-outs?
It even made Jason Smith stop for a second. He's like, wait, what? Oh, he said that's a Southern term for getting hose.
Yeah, let's get hose.
Oh, okay. I never heard that.
Yes, please. Hose. Yes, please.
I shout out a few people already, and then, of course, Astro Games. Thanks for stopping by.
Wow,
that was uneventful.
That was really anticlimactic. Okay, so you done there, Mike?
Oh, I was done about an hour and a half ago.
You were done about an hour and a half ago. Okay, so a couple shout-outs, some new subs to, I think, my personal channel as well as the Blast of the Stash channel. Iron Monkey Fist, 74. Anything that says fist, Mike's all about that. Brandon.
What'd you say, Shrek Finger?
Where's my Shrek Finger? There's my Shrek Finger. There it is.
Is it brown yet?
No, it's not brown yet. So Bender, as well as Brandon.
I don't know. It looks kind of brown to me.
It's got orange on there. I don't know what that.
Okay, orange. He's calling it orange.
You get Cheetos on your Shrek Finger?
I do have Cheetos on my Shrek Finger.
Are you sitting in the bag chair?
Thanks for Aaron from Astral Game for coming in and checking us out tonight. Make sure you go support the Patreon.
I think Astral Games is going to disavow any knowledge of you after this show.
Probably will. I'm actually helping with the setting up of the I don't know what we're calling it yet. Southern Oregon Comic Swap. We're working on that. It's going to be hosted by Astral Games as well as Blast of the Stash. So trying to get her name out there a little bit more.
Do they have a webpage? Do they have a website?
They have Facebook. They have a Facebook page.
Gotcha.
See, Woodward actually just put in Patreon for that Sweet Baroness cover. So we got one.
Nice.
Thank you, Carson.
So we got one. He may win that for $1. And that'll be it. So I think that's it, guys. Whether you blast it or whether you stash it, happy reading. And we'll see you next week. No, he says we're good. We're good. We're good. We're golden. We're golden.
Call me,
we
Claudia.
Don't need to worry about that.
Call me.
We have not done our job. We have to work harder next time to get them disavowed by Astro Games.
Who you having call there, Drew?
Claudia. She's watching.
Claudia's not watching.
How do you know?
Because I told Claudia about you. I warned her. That's it, guys. Later.
That's probably made her more excited.
I doubt it. Well, let's catch you next week, guys.